This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. In the last episode, we went a little bit forward in Iori's journey to the leaping in through time into the future, and only figuring it out via the what you eat, apparently. So, no. But with that unlocked, we now finally get the final companion prologue, Renya Gouto. Let's see how this yes man, always second fiddle to someone, how he's I mean, he probably isn't, but that's just how it seems. Like he's always working for someone else. So let's see how this guy, this final battle a few weeks earlier, Sakura High School Science Room, 1985.
What do you think you're doing, Gouto-kun? I believe I told you using the gate is prohibited.
Oh, well, sorry, busty lady, I didn't know that. I wonder if this is the final battle for the main storyline, like, after everything's been completed, we're finally... I wonder if you're supposed to play Renya last or something like that. Anyway. I don't want to talk to you, I want to leave. Fine.
Tell me, Miss Morimura, is history one of your better subjects? I have some theories myself. I'd like to know if they're accurate. For example, the true location of the lost nation of Yamataikoku, and the truth behind the Honnouji incident, how Oda Nobunaga really died. Unfortunately, my paper in middle school was bound to the failures of our historians. In theory, I could update it into a full report. In theory, at least. A shame that the gates are locked to specific points in time.
What are you really working towards?
It's simple. I want to know the truth.
Like, how everything is to be as it is in this game, with the robots and all that? I thought we figured that out already.
Are you alright? This isn't like you.
That implies an understanding of what is like me. Or at least, that you believe you understand me.
That's not the point. You need to stop using the gate. I'm going to seal this place off.
No, he's addicted to using the gates to find the truth. Maybe it's just truth in general, you know, like a Sherlock Holmes type of thing.
Sounds like you've got something to hide.
I don't know what you're...
Wait. Perhaps a personal notebook seems a bit archaic, but it does present certain advantages. Digitized data can be altered, fabricated, falsified. No intelligent person should trust it. But you already know that, don't you?
I mean, technically written form can be as well, but usually, unless you have like really good like ways of doing it, usually you can notice when something's been altered on it. But I guess I see his point. It's easier to change the code of something and have not anyone notice the difference than if you'd written it down, to a point anyway.
You are acting strange, after all.
I hardly think you're in a position to talk. If anyone's changed, it's you. I can only wonder why.
What are you?
Miss Morimura, my question is, who exactly are you?
Dun dun dun. Morimura, shortly after meeting. Shikushimi Tech Lab number 6, 2104.
So, did the scout unit have anything for us?
Well, the surface is a total loss. The automated factories are all running at full capacity.
They're mass-producing Kaiju.
So this is like they gated to the future, and this is her like right afterwards, I guess? Anyway. Just making sure. And then there's Okino, so obviously he works for this organization in some way. It's just we don't know everything about what he's up to, but...
Hey, getting used to everything?
The technology itself isn't so different from 40 years ago. The real surprise was finding that it's all been integrated into one unified system.
You sure don't seem like someone from your time.
Well, isn't he from the future? Like, isn't Gouto from like 2100 or whatever it was? Anyway.
How are things looking?
About like we expected.
Naturally.
All the nuclear plants are stable. Seems like it's the same for other countries too.
Defensive measures. They want to ensure nothing interrupts production.
No, can't interrupt production now, can we?
So, these factories, are they particularly large?
It's more about how they got totally automated. That was back in 2080. They started functioning as part of a network instead of individual units.
A worldwide network comprising 1.2 billion factories. All fully integrated and synchronized. Based on a client's request, the computer designs a blueprint. From there on, everything is fully automated. Assembly, production, even cost-effective ordering of parts. The human element was no longer necessary for those processes.
So it's a manufactory that can mass produce anything on a global scale.
And that's where you done screwed up.
We checked on the plants in Kolkata and Chennai.
Since they're the largest plants of this era and all.
Their production rate has doubled over the last 3 days.
Just like last time. The timing matches up too.
Not long now. They'll make their move soon.
So they probably had to... Sounds like they've been leaping so many times, they're just slowly figuring out the enemy's, like strategy to the point where they can eventually go, oh, hey, this is how we stop it
They
finally.
all function as part of a unified global manufacturing network. By its protocols, all 1.2 billion factories worldwide remain in automatic, perpetual production. And their sole output are these mechanized kaiju, which we know as the D-Forces.
The D-Forces!
Morimura-san, regarding my home time, that is, the year 2064, you're certain we'll face a similar attack?
We don't have long until they appear in 2064. That much we know. It'll be just like last time.
No, not quite. This time, we have the Sentinels.
True.
Okay, so you're from 2064. I thought he was from a little bit later than that, but anyway.
Anything on your end?
Loosely speaking.
We managed a partial data dump from the underground mainframe. Gouto-kun?
It's an archived news report concerning a certain scandal. More important, though, is its date of recording.
When's the data from?
The year 2188. In other words, far in the future. Even more so than our current temporal position, 2104.
Let's see it.
And that's the same period that Sekigahara and Natsuno are from originally, the far-off future when they were doing all the planet terraforming and all that other fun stuff. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway, but... Yeah.
Before dawn on the 20th, 8 Newman Inc. executives were taken into police custody. Charged with human trafficking and illegal cloning, their established motive was to tamper with human memories. Authorities consider this an organized effort and are pursuing further charges. Mind-hacking crimes have been on the rise in recent years. By exploiting nanomachines such as interlocutors, malefactors can overwrite stored memory information in cerebral synapses. This technique has recently been used to enable other associated offenses. These arrests come after a string of similar cases, including culprits criminally downloading memories onto another body. Evidence suggests these are attempts at a kind of technological reincarnation, and we've already seen more than 460 arrests connected to this practice.
And well, this kind of shows like I forgot whose story it was, but Miss Morimura was shown to do something like that to Iori to kind of keep her consciousness by shooting her with the nanomachines, or at least she had the report. Whether she was actually doing it, I guess it's hard to say, but it's assumed that maybe everyone here is doing something similar to keep their memories intact, so they keep cloning themselves sort of by altering the memories of their other loops or their other cells or something like that. So
I didn't know it was even possible to download memories.
The crime apparently occurred in June of 2188.
Ida-kun.
That's not all. Let him finish.
Regarding this Newman, I found one more log that could be relevant. This report is from March, about 3 months prior to the other log. A log concerning the scandal involving Newman Inc. The report is dated 2188. Some of their executives were taken into police custody. The crime in question was apparently attempting to use nanotechnology to, in theory, take over physical bodies.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Like they had Megumi shoot all those other people as well as Morimura shooting some people as well with that, with those nano machines. Oh, am I supposed to? Wait, am I supposed to? Okay. No one's activating or anything like that. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to use it again. Oh, there we go. They gave us a new option.
Newman Inc., the tech giant known for interlocutors, has been acquired by Shikishima through a takeover bid. Shikishima's CEO had this to say.
Nanotechnology has made leaps and bounds over the 22nd century. Now, even the human body can operate with all the power of a supercomputer. Interlocutors have paved the way for humanity's next step in evolution. For any one of us, all it takes is a thought. And we can have the world itself at our fingertips. With the brilliant minds at Newman driving our nanotech business, we look forward to a brighter future for Shikishima and all our affiliates.
With this acquisition, Shikishima now sits among the top 3 in global market share of interlocutors.
I would like that sound like Ida. I wonder if that's the feature version of Ida or a version of him or whatever. Yeah, it almost seems like playing the Gouto path is like slowly giving us all the information we've been curious about that we didn't get on some of the other paths. Yeah, you can play it as soon as Iori, so I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you could play it however you want. I like usually learning all the obvious, like game telling us like what is and isn't last. You know, just like I said, just because it's supposed to be that like, oh, after everything, this is all the truth.
They kept talking about those interlocutors. You think that's the nanomachines inside our own bodies?
Most likely.
We can use that to clone ourselves or at least keep our
Shikishima's
memories.
at the heart of this, too. At least we know we weren't wrong. This all began in the future after all. Still, 2188. 2104 is the furthest we can shift into the future. It's a shame, but I don't think we can verify this ourselves. I think we should drop this lead for now. Better to focus on protecting Goto-kun's hometown instead.
Maybe so. We're almost out of time, so we'll need to move quickly. Best to return to the school in the year 2064. We'll need the cooperation of the other 2 compatibles.
Goto-kun, we should focus on putting the Sentinels through the combat sims. I hope you can join me.
Sure.
Final battle a few weeks earlier, destroyed city.
My
2025.
apologies, Miss Morimura. Making arrangements in 1985 proved somewhat difficult. I'm sorry we've had to remain here the past few days.
Not much we can do if it's an emergency.
So I guess Morimura can can either disguise or shapeshift or something like that, because yeah, she did that during Ogata's storyline too. She changed into the kid and then Iori and then Miss Morimura.
I have to ask. Was it absolutely necessary to dress me up like this?
Does it bother you? Considering the age you appear, well, it struck me as the most inconspicuous choice.
I assume she can like shapeshift or something, or maybe it's some technology that disguises her
You're
or
not
something.
having trouble walking, are you, Miss Morimura?
You should probably just call me Chihiro. Otherwise we'll seem suspicious in public.
Okay, Chihiro. San,
Better drop the san too.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to have an adult. It has to do with like Japanese mannerisms, with like how they treat elders and youngers and stuff like that. So.
Honestly, I'm surprised you were able to find me at all.
A certain data log helped. I found records that your mind had been transferred into the young child standing before me.
This body is a juvenile clone of me. I ran an experiment to see if I could restore my compatibility. It turned out to be a failure. That's why I sealed my memories.
Okay, so it is a clone. Yeah. See, this pathway is like just solving a lot of mysteries that we weren't sure of at the time. So interesting. Yeah, she's doing the whole mind transfer
I guess the
cloning
log
thing.
from that experiment got preserved.
Sounds like she's the only one doing that, but I could be wrong.
This compatibility, that'd be the ability to control the gate and the Sentinels?
You need compatibility to control the mainframe. I was once compatible myself. But after everything got rewound, I lost that power. Maybe it's hard for you to see how crucial that ability is, but you'll understand soon enough.
I wonder how many versions of Chihiro, Miss Morimura, Iori there are. I mean, there are like with the other characters, but she seems to me the most prominent when it comes to like affecting things outside of maybe like, well.
What's going on with my actual body?
She's acting like a completely different person. My theory is that someone's taken control of her.
You're saying she got mind hacked?
She's clearly behaving very differently, at least. It seems like she's working against the Sentinel project. It's like she's been influenced by 426. Or the man himself may just be wearing her face.
That certainly explains why you woke me up. Not much to go on, though. Either way, we'll have to do some more investigation. I can see it's been quite a while since my memories were sealed. 5 whole years. And now 4 sectors have gone dark. Talk about a rude awakening. First, you'd better catch me up on major developments in the last 5 years.
Easy enough. Hardly comfortable surroundings for a briefing, though. I'll explain over in 1985.
A few more weeks earlier, UFO mainframe.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
Yeah, I think only some of the only major, like really major questions that we still haven't have answered yet is who's 426 overall. Because we thought it was Sekigahara, but then he's like, no, it's not me, or he was wearing my face, or something like that. And how the armaments of Shikishima, the terraforming machines, how they got corrupted in the first place, what actually corrupted them. Was it alien tech or aliens, or was it just someone thought differently and they went back to Earth or something like that? And how they're traveling through time, but I assume those questions will be answered pretty.
This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
And obviously the UFO is an important feature or factor too.
3 months prior to the Newman Inc. incident, Newman was acquired by the conglomerate Shikishima. With these interlocutors, apparently some kind of nanomachine information technology, they've become one of the world's top megacorps.
You know, it's kind of interesting how everyone, when they're thinking thing, they're usually got their hand on their chin or whatever, but he's like the only character that pulls out a little notebook to recall his notes. Which I guess would make his information I don't know if I'd say accurate, but whatever he wrote down, accurate to what he thought at the time.
Did it go through?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs. Found it. One of the logs she left behind.
Today's date is March 2nd, 2100. Well, I guess there's no point in putting a date to these logs. I've probably got 4 years left until the invasion begins. I ran an experiment on my clone. I wanted to see if I could make her more compatible. I had more than enough data stored in Sector 0. She would have had all my memories. However, I could not establish compatibility in the clone. No more than I could in myself. Maybe there really is no way we can survive this. Not even Ida-kun knows about this experiment. I've kept this attempt secret from everyone. The memories I implanted in the clone have been sealed. I left her in 1940 under the Miura family's care. She'll be able to grow up as her own person. Someone separate from me. Until they invade, at least.
Is that sorry, that Chihiro, I guess is what she's mentioning, that clone? Probably.
That methodology sounds familiar. Was she basing this project off of those memory overriding crime reports? All in an effort to achieve compatibility? So compatibility isn't just a matter of differences in the nanomachines.
Today's date
Oh, is it repeating? Oh, well then what else am I supposed to...
There's more. This file looks like the last thing recorded.
The final thing recorded.
Ida-kun didn't make it back either. The remaining Sentinels are infected. No good to us. We're running out of options. We'll have to resort to Operation Aegis. If we go that route, we'll be risking the future of humanity itself. How do I make the call on a decision like that? But I don't know how else he and I can survive this. This is my only chance.
That recording probably happened after 426 caused the sent out that file or whatever over to the other Sentinels, causing them to lose that fight. So that's what, because she mentions Ida getting lost, which is he stayed behind. So yeah, slowly pulling pieces together, and yeah, it's because of this guy's pathways that we're doing
The final
that.
log that Chihiro Morimura left on the UFO. She speaks at length on Operation Aegis. Her goal is that he and she would ultimately survive, even at the cost of humanity's future. The question is, who is he?
Who is he?
Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. Oh, that's puzzling. There's a log registered under my name. As far as I know, I've never recorded anything like this.
Well, let's see what he has to say to himself. What do you have to say for yourself?
Renya Gouto speaking. Did you confirm receipt of payment? Then I'm sure you can see to the details. Am I clear? I want her dead. Any means necessary. Execute her. And stop the project. That's not my problem. It's in your hands now. Do you realize what'll happen if her project gets approved? It could ruin everything we've worked for. You know what must be done. Kill Chihiro Morimura.
Was that really me? That man was a Shikishima executive from the year 2188. Is that supposed to be my future? Seems like a private communications log. The other person on the line wasn't recorded. But it's clear enough what they're talking about. That was an assassination order on Chihiro Morimura. Which I seem to have called in.
That's a good stopping point for like a twist or whatever. That for some reason I thought that was Ida just because it sounded like his voice but older, but it was Gouto, which I should have known just because it seemed like it was building up to that. So, and that leads up to Sekigahara killing Chihiro during his plot point. So he was one of the men hired by Shikishima or Gouto to... Now, either whether he was the one on the line, that's hard to say. It might have been him. But, yeah, you see he... At least in one loop, he ends up killing Chihiro Morimura, which... I wonder if that is her initial fate, that she does die, and then it's all left up to Iori or the other Chihiro from 1940 or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it looks like if we want to learn more, we're going to have to get everyone's up to 80% so we can't play as Gouto anymore, which makes sense. He is basically... I guess the game is saying, hey, you got to play this guy last, or at least close to last anyway, because otherwise we're going to spoil the rest of the game for you, because although they already told us a lot about what's going on, so now at this point, it's playing through everyone's path to see how they get to where they're at that time and all their little cross stories or whatever. But anyway, let's go back. Let's do a destruction path since we got enough time, and palette cleanse of all the answers being solved. So, oh, did I think I already. Yeah, I already did that off screen. I think was I got the reward for playing as Mira in a previous battle. So okay, we're good there. At least I believe so. Back up just to double check. Yeah, I already did that. I thought I'd done that off screen, but I wasn't sure. Took a break in between recordings. Alright, what do we need? Takamiya. Where are you? Okay, Yuki needs to be in the group for this one. And it doesn't really matter for anyone else, so we'll just play whoever, so. Alright, let's, I don't know, let's just choose one of each. Let's see, Ashley, what's your level at? Let's play as you to try and get you some levels. Do I want to play as Juro or Ryoko? Yeah, let's
Not a problem.
And let's see. It seems like the Generation 3s tend to get the most levels. I think it's because they all have missiles and everything like that. Yeah, so they get the most. They get the MVP, so which gives them more experience. So that kind of makes sense. Yours. Actually, since I'm playing as you, might as well play as Yakushiji, so we can get their bonuses for working together. Because of the yeah, Yakushiji are on the. Yeah, wait time. Yeah, their stats improve if they work together. What about you? 7, 6. I guess we'll do
Someone's got to do it
this time. So. Man, look at our. We've gotten to do 10 consecutive battles without having to rest. Let's see. Do I want to do any leveling? I've got a decent amount of chips. I probably should. Actually, maybe I should upgrade the meta system a bit. Just to let's make the meta system 7 so we can upgrade the chip multiplier, so we can get more chips. That way, off screen, I can start grinding everyone's stats a bit. The skill used to 2, so we can increase. Oh, okay. So we can use that one ability multiple times, or a couple of times. Okay. I really should be boosting the main characters a bit, but yeah, we'll just do a couple of low end things. HP 30% of EP, which would be nice. Probably in the later battles that might be useful. Oh, that's pretty cool. Team cooldown. Everyone goes at the same time, or unlocks all their cooldowns so they can go again. Yeah, we'll just Team Barrier raises allies shields for 10 seconds, doubles all allies move speed for 30 seconds. Okay, we'll save that, and then next time I play, I'll do I'll just update everyone's stats or their skills so they can do more damage. May 27th, 6:38 p.m.
Look! All the people vanished from the city. It looks like the battlefield is totally empty.
She really evacuated 1.2 million people. You did all that, Chihiro?
That's crazy, Chihiro-chan. What did she even do?
The D-forces are coming. But it's like she said. Now we can fight without worrying about collateral damage.
Yikes. There's a ton of those bug guys coming this way.
They're bigger than tanks, but still too small for Sentinels. They'll be pretty hard for us to hit.
Workers, about 8 meters in size. They're general-purpose drones that can handle any terrain. They can also link up with the quadruped units. They form a kind of crane arm.
Don't deal with the crane. Yeah, it's the same victory condition. I don't even know why they show that. That's pretty much the same thing every time. Maybe the final wave, like wave 2, maybe they'll have some different requirements. So.
I won't give up.
All right, what do we got? Looks like we're being just surrounded in general.
I'm in range.
Okay.
I need to think things through.
Let me now start let's see. Well, obviously we're gonna start using long-range missiles. Whoa, we got quite a few. I could stun them with the. Oh wait, I don't have the. Let's see. Actually, do I have a? I could EMP stun him. I think she's going with an EMP stun right now. And it's got a decent. Well, it might be too soon for something like that. Well, let's get this big chunk over here out of the way. This probably would have been a pretty good map for those Sentinel weapons, but I don't have anything with that. Oh no, she does. Okay, cool. I think because it's level 3, it cuts a lot of EP. Because I think when I was doing one of these off screen, Ryoko, I actually had to restore her EP because I kept summoning sentry guns to help with fighting people, and hers cost so much. So. All right. Try to. Yeah, this one's kind of an interesting map to do because of all the little worker units. Alright, I get rid of the bulk.
Don't waste any chances.
Those guys. See, I don't know if I probably don't want to, because those guys aren't a big threat because of how weak they are. It's really better just to wait till they get closer, or
don't let up. Hope I can pull my weight.
Maybe I could do some weak attacks or whatever.
Nice.
Just to kind of whittle them down a bit.
No fight, don't waste any chances.
Let's see. I wonder if you have enough room to tackle through a few of them. I mean, tackle can work. It's just.
That do it? That ought to do
How's
it.
the Sentinel?
No, he's
How's the
a
Sentinel?
little turn in. Yeah, I guess I'll wait till they're closer. Whoa! Where'd you all come from? Dang! Look at all those! Look at all those dudes. Oh, I can use a meta right now, and I get to use 2 of them. I mean, do I want to do? I might wait till cooldown till they summon a couple more of those groups.
There's still hope.
So let's multi-lock a few of them. Multi-ball, multi-ball, multi-ball!
I've got you now.
Good lord! Look at all that. That's a lot of damage. No, she's taking. Actually, she's gonna be taking a lot of damage herself if I'm not careful. Not really. Probably shouldn't have left her over there. Maybe I should use the EMP thing.
How's the Sentinel? Probably get out of here.
Yeah, she's taking quite a bit of damage.
Don't waste any chances.
Can't keep attacking those guys.
I can do
Wait,
this.
did she? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, missiles. Let's. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have run her over there with a million dudes. I could shield matrix her if I really wanted to. Man, look at all these guys. That would put him in arm's range. I think I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna summon the
Thanks.
Okay.
summon the EMP. Whoa! I didn't realize it shoved him back so far.
Keep this thing moving.
We must win.
Guess we'll move her back for now.
Whoa! Now there's a whole swarm of those things.
Damn it. These little punks piss me off.
Piss me off!
Spotted.
That work?
Okay, let's do this.
I need to think.
It looks like this one's just like surviving all these like super groups of drones or
We will
whatever.
not lose.
Don't let up.
Oh, I need to summon another sentry gun from her. That'll help with clearing out some of these goons. Hired goons.
Need help.
Yeah, these sentry guns are actually really useful, I've noticed. The only problem is I wonder how much damage the oops. How much damage they all are like the city's taking, I mean, that's what I meant to say.
Don't miss.
Yeah, I wonder if I should have used more
I got it. They're going for
like
the
EMP stunner characters, because I only have like Tommy's the only one that has like EMP stunner outside of it. So, although I mean, well, who else has like he has a tractor, so I mean I could still use it. Of course, it'd probably be better to use it on these guys, and then wait for his turn because he actually has demolisher attack or whatever. She could help too, I guess. Damn, I didn't realize having a ton of people would actually be kind of or a ton of enemies around me is kind of annoying.
Let's do this. Yes. They won't get past me.
No room
Yeah,
for
he has
hesitation. What's the plan?
anti-defensive flares. Oh, but he's not in the area. I can't hit that guy now. Maybe I should. But he's not in range though. Actually, I'm gonna go do that.
They felt that.
And then have
Don't
you
waste any chances.
demolish blade that big guy. Definitely can get you to back attack him. I don't even know if that'll actually back attack the creature itself. But
Move. Good.
nice.
Nothing special. Targeting.
He's taking some damage, but
With an enemy threat range.
I don't want to use that one thing again because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to use it yet because I don't know when the next like big wave is.
I won't give up.
If that flare torpedo will help over there.
Look. What now? Hope I can pull my weight.
No, that does that. Should probably help him with all that.
Bingo. What's
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
plan?
have you move, or actually, I could probably just have you tackle and get close back to the group. Wait, I did choose tackle, right? Am I not actually hitting them? Usually, it makes a sign if I'm actually smacking them.
Take this. Did that do it?
Alright.
What's the situation?
Let's see. Oh yeah, let's have her. We can do it one more time, and then we'll need a. We'll need to charge her, or at least find a way to give her.
I'm on it.
No fight I can't win.
You guys are getting closer.
Don't screw with me. Nice. You picked a fight with the wrong
Don't let
girl.
up.
With an enemy threat range.
It looks like some of these guys are coming back pretty quickly.
You're done. That work?
Must win. Take that.
They're going for me.
And since it's her turn again, let's go ahead and get piece done again. That'll help with slowing down these guys.
I'll handle this. Score!
Stay calm. I can do this.
Probably take out a lot of these weaker units. I'll probably have him just yeah, it's probably gonna have him leap attack or something like that, so.
Hold still. Bullseye. Bingo. That's some power. Timing. Now. Don't waste any chances.
Alright, leap attack again. Or actually, attack would be better in this case.
Take this.
I can do it! Okay, what's the plan? No way through this!
Thank you. We must survive.
Alright, so
I'm ready. I did it.
actually, this might be the last group, actually.
What now? Are we winning?
Since that's the case, I'll just,
Gotcha. Nice.
because no one else is appearing, so I assume we're at the end of this. So. No, they're not close enough. You really want to just main, now let's see if we can get another charge off on that, so.
Defensive mode active.
Wonder if I can get in there. That's sort of. I think I'm just gonna move and then Demolisher.
Moving out.
We must win. Let's do this. Did I? They won't get past me.
What's the plan?
I'll wait till it just
My
let
turn
you.
now. Don't
Yeah,
let
it's still
up.
moving.
They won't get me.
What's the plan?
Let's see. Can I back attack you at all? Maybe? Oh, I thought I saw it there for a second. Oh, there we go. Let's put it here.
Good.
So, what's my next move?
Now I need her to move a bit
This
closer
isn't
for
so
that.
hard. Number 16.
As long as I
Moving
can
out.
keep this thing moving. Die!
Yeah, we need to finish off those.
That do it? That ought to do it.
There's still hope.
Alright, that is.
I've got you now. Got
I
it.
shoved them all back into the corner,
I did
so.
it. Termination of enemy signals.
So I guess I could have used that EMP one a bit sooner to get rid of all of them, so I guess I did. Yeah, whatever. I didn't really take that much damage. Probably if I was on intense mode, I'd probably been a bit more worried about making me.
Ending technical analysis.
The only problem with this is how much damage the city
Aegis
takes.
activated. The city's definitely taken damage, but no casualties.
Back in the days when I ran with my gang, I used to talk about how I wanted to tear this whole city down. Never thought I'd actually end up destroying it in some big robot battle.
But you're still fighting to protect it. There's not much more we can do.
Yeah, who asked you? What the hell would you know about how I feel?
If you're going to lash out at people, could you try not to do it when our lives are at stake?
Who asked you?
Come on, Yuki-chan.
Yeah, Look, I'm sorry. All this shit's just getting to me.
I could see it being very stressful, you know, the whole trying to save humanity from these reproducing machine-like creatures, similar to like the Borg or whatever, you know. Well, maybe not exactly like the Borg, but you know.
All we can do is keep fighting.
Oh, it was actually a Gen 1 guy. Maybe because I kept doing all those leap attacks and everything like that, so. Well, and I didn't have a million, like, missile users in the group, so this time I'll save you. Alright, let's see. Mystery point. Yep. Ooh, we got 2,000 consecutive hits. Probably because of the EMP thing. I think it didn't take that much damage overall. Worker unlocked. And then we should have done the... yeah, we got that, at least on normal mode, pretty easy. Watch him as cronies. I need to go through, yeah, and fill up some mystery points. So we got a couple more waves until end of wave 1. I think there's 2 waves in the game because as you can see, I'm almost at 50%. So I assume there's at least 2 waves, if not a 3rd wave. Like the 3rd wave might be like super slow, like super low, like maybe like 1 or 2 battles for like the finale or whatever. But yeah, we're at equal on point of those. Just have to do some analysis at some point. So I'm not gonna do it right now, but I definitely need to look at it, go over it, and unlock some of the mystery file type of things, and kind of read through some of them again. But we'll hold that off for now. So in the next episode of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, I will be... who do I want to play as next? Might do Iori just because she's... well... I should do Natsuno just because it'll unlock a lot of people's battles. But you know what we're going to do is Megami, just kind of go down the line, keep them at 50% and onwards. So yeah, in the next episode we'll play as the lady who still feels for Juro, but she's been turned into a magical girl shooting people with magic guns apparently. But we know the full reasoning. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.